Hi, my name is Natasha, and I was diagnosed with postpartum depression about when my son was 3 months old. So back in August, I was driving and I had a very bad panic attack. I was under a lot of stress. I didn't know what happened to me, so then it scared me. So I went home and I just wanted to hide from the world. So for a few months, I suffered. I felt alone. I didn't know who to contact. I didn't have any clue what was going on. And then finally, I got in contact with this company that's helping me so much.
This program reaches women who otherwise would have no source of mental health care. They're uninsured. Many of them are undocumented and won't be able to take advantage of new health care reforms because of their legal status. They have no money. They live in crowded rooms they rent with other unrelated adults, or in basements, or crowded apartments they share with many family members. So they have no money, no way of getting help, and they are depressed at a time when depression can really threaten the life of the mother and her baby. So Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies steps in at a developmental crisis and crossroad for both mother and child.
Okay, my name is Meki Caballero, and I am a program manager for the Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies program. The normal symptoms of anxiety and depression during this time, women are feeling a lot of times guilty, or they feeling they're not good enough as a parent.
I remember the first client in the program, a woman I worked with. She came here from another country. She was terribly isolated and she missed her family and the support that her village provided to new moms. She had grown up in a country riven by civil war and seen many terrible things, including a family member almost shot in front of her. She remembered her mother, when a younger sister died, running screaming through the village with the body of the baby. So when her baby was born, she was terrified this baby too would die. She stayed up all night holding the baby in her arms, trying not to fall asleep to make sure the baby was safe. She never put him down. She was acutely depressed and terrified. It was an incredible privilege to work with her. Gradually, over time, she came to believe that her baby was safe, that she was doing everything she possibly could in her power to keep him that way. Over time, she began to put him down on the floor so he could explore and crawl around and look at the world, which was remarkable because he was developmentally delayed. She held him so much that he hadn't developed his gross motor skills. So she kind of came alive. Her baby came alive. They both became able to thrive, and she was no longer depressed. She was a terrific mother, but it took that intervention to free her to be that kind of mom.
And I guess today, do you know
How he's doing?
how he's doing, how she's doing
I
today? Okay, that's okay. That's a
No.
beautiful story.
No, the last I knew, she had gotten a job and she had gotten confident enough to leave her baby part-time with her mother-in-law. And she was very proud of herself for getting the job. she had become naturalized, and the baby was doing great.
But it comes to me a woman, I guess about a couple of years ago that I saw who was extremely depressed. So much so that she was rejecting the baby and feeling like she was so overwhelmed by, she could not explain. You know, she was feeling guilty in a way for not loving her baby. This was her first baby. This is not what she planned.
We take it for granted that when a baby looks up at his mom and coos, the mom looks down and coos back. A depressed mom may simply not have enough expression or emotion to do that. And you can actually see babies turn themselves off. I once saw a baby whose mom was so depressed and so unresponsive to him that he looked autistic. He actually sat in this office. His mother was in this chair, and he looked above at the light. He wasn't interested in his mom. There was no contact except that she was holding him.
It comes to me a woman, I guess about a couple of years ago that I saw who was extremely depressed. So much so that she was rejecting the baby and feeling like she was so overwhelmed by, she could not explain. You know, she was feeling guilty in a way for not loving her baby. This was her first baby.
3/4 of the women we see in this program have suffered some kind of trauma. Some of it's rape, sexual abuse by family members or trusted family friends. Some of it is child abuse or neglect they themselves experienced. And then they have their own baby. And they look at this baby and they realize how little attention and love they may have gotten. It's so important to get in then to help make sure there is a strong bond between baby and mother, and to help prevent a repetition of the abuse that the mom suffered.
And we have seen a lot of success with the families, obviously, otherwise we would not be doing this, you know, because we see how women start in a very severe level, and by 6 or 8 sessions we're seeing significant changes, improvement.
Pues para empezar, el día que yo iba a recibir la terapia, yo mañaneaba, me daban ganas de bañarme, de alistarme, como de saber que alguien se iba a interesar por mí, de que alguien iba a conversar conmigo, que yo iba a poder desahogarme un poco de mis cosas sin temor a que pasara más nada. Yo me sentía animada, más que todo el día que iba a recibir la terapia.
And what attracted us to this program is knowing the need for moms really to be healthy with their newborns makes a tremendous effect on the health of the baby, and that's why we like this program.
First I call them, and then they give you information. They take your information, and then they have someone contact you. So when I spoke with them, they sent me out a specialist to come and speak with me to see how everything was going on and just to find out a little bit about me. I was hesitant at first because what I was going through, I didn't think no one would understand. It was very hurtful. I've never experienced this before. I have 5 kids and it never happened to me. So this was new, so it was scary to open up to people. So when she came, she started talking to me, and still I was hesitant because I was embarrassed, because I'm supposed to have total control of my mind, and you know, I'm a mom. So as she started talking, I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a try. So she left. Then when she came back, it was like I started talking more. releasing a lot of things as she asked questions, which released a lot of energy, and it just really made a difference for me. I feel like if I never got in contact with the program, I really don't know where I would be now, because it helps so much, you know. I had no one, everyone turned on me. I had no friends, everyone didn't understand, and I didn't understand. But when they sent that specialist, it helped. So that's why I would encourage anyone, don't be ashamed. It's okay. It's okay to talk to someone. It's okay to reach out. It would help you when you think you are alone, when you think you have those dark days and you just seem like you can't come out. Having someone there to talk to you who's trained really makes a difference. And had they not sent her, I promise I don't know where I would be mentally. It's a challenge. Every day it's a challenge. But I know I can call her and she's there for me. When they do their weekly visits to come into my home, it helps because I was afraid to leave my house. That's how bad it had gotten for me. But I would really, really encourage any woman of any race, no matter how many kids you have, don't be scared. Reach out to someone. Reach out. If you can contact this program, I would advise you to, because for so long I was tormented and I didn't understand. And with the help of them, it brought me from a mighty long way. I was afraid to drive, just everything. I was just afraid. But she encouraged me every day to keep going. It's okay. Just talk about it. And with the help of the company, it saved my life. I promise you. So please, anyone out there that needs to just talk to someone, they help you. Seriously.